Hey, how are you out there in YouTube land? I am Artie Rose, and I am here for the GLB network. GLB standing for the greatest of all time league baseball. It's a fictional league that's playing using the out of the park baseball 26 game database of all the players and teams from back in throughout history. We have teams as far back as the 1904 New York Giants, going all the way up to the 2021 Tampa Bay Rays, I believe. Anyway, but we are here. We're in season 3, and we're in the World Series. And the World Series in season 3 is pitting the San Francisco Giants of 1962 against the Cleveland Indians of 1995. The Indians in their league, their conference, were the number 7 seed out of 8 teams that made it into the playoffs. And the Giants were the number 4 seed in their respective conference. We're going to go to the game screen where you can see here. Let me get myself. We're in game 5. The Giants took the first 3 games, and in game 4, the last video we did, the Indians won the game 8-5. So they're forced to game 5. So we have to bring you every game because it could end. If the Giants win, it's over. Meanwhile, the Indians could claw their way back and make a series out of it. So here we are at game 5. We're going to go to the lineup screen. And the Giants have lefty Billy Pierce on the mound. In the regular season, a 100-game season, he made 19 appearances. He won 7 games and lost 6. And he had a 4.39 ERA. For the Indians, Dennis Martinez is going. He was one of their aces. Made 20 appearances, won 11 games, and lost 6. And at a 2.56 ERA. Lineup-wise, the Giants will have Felipe Alou leading off in left field. Batting second will be Willie Mays, the center fielder. Orlando Cepeda, the first baseman, who's red hot, will bat third. The DH will be Willie McCovey. Yes, I know in 1962 there was not a DH, but in this simulation, all-time league, all the teams are playing with present-day rules. So we have the DH, we have the ghost runners during the regular season in the extra inning games, but not in the playoffs. So Willie McCovey is the DH. Harvey Keene, the right fielder, bats 5th. Tom Haller, the catcher, bats 6th. Jim Davenport at third base, batting 7th. Jose Pagan, the shortstop, batting 8th. Chuck Hiller at second base, batting 9th. For the Indians, it's going to be Kenny Lofton in center field, batting 1st. Carlos Baerga, the second baseman, batting 2nd. Albert Bell in left field, batting 3rd. He's red hot. Had a grand slam in game 4. Manny Ramirez, the right fielder, bats 4th. Jim Thome, the third baseman, batting 5th. Brian Giles is the DH. He is batting 6th. Eddie Murray at first base, 39-year-old Eddie Murray, batting 7th. Sandy Alomar Jr., the catcher, batting 8th, and Omar Vizquel is at shortstop, batting 9th. So let's go right to Jacobs Field in Cleveland to start Game 5. Dennis Martinez on the mound for the Indians. And here is Felipe Alou. In the playoffs, he's only batting .207. He's got 19 hits, 3 of them are home runs. He led off Game 4 with a home run. So here we go. There's a long fly ball, but Albert Bell, and it bounces off of his glove, so that's an error. A 2-base error for Albert Bell, rare, and Felipe Alou is on second to lead off the game. That'll bring up the great Willie Mays. Willie Mays batting .283 in the playoffs and 7 home runs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base. Checks the runner. Throws over to first, and that is the first out. Orlando Cepeda, red hot. 9 home runs, batting .319 in the playoffs. In the regular season, he had 21 home runs. 1 man out, man on second. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, center field, Kenny Lofton. Over his head! Misjudged it. So Alou will score, and Orlando Cepeda's in there with an RBI double. So, again, San Francisco scored 1 run in yesterday's game. And here they are. 1 out, man on second, Willie McCovey. McCovey's got 6 homers in the playoffs. Here is the pitch. Ground ball, shortstop, Vizquel over to first. That's the second out. But Orlando Cepeda advances to third base. So, man on third, 2 outs for Harvey Keene. Keene has got an even .300 batting average in the postseason with 4 home runs. In the regular season, he batted .257 with 6 home runs. Here is the pitch. Fly ball, right field, and it's taken. For the last out. And we go to the bottom of the second, scores 1-0 Giants. Billy Pierce on the mound, left-hander. Leading off here is Kenny Lofton. Lofton's having a great postseason, batting .337 with 3 home runs. Here is the pitch. And a called strike 3 for the first out. Carlos Baerga, second baseman, steps in, batting .278, 1 home run in the postseason. The pitch. Ground ball, little nubber, picked up by Davenport, no throw. Infield single for Baerga. Albert Bell steps in. Albert Bell having a fantastic postseason, batting .370, 12 home runs, 34 RBIs. Regular season, he batted .309 with 29 home runs. Pitch. And it's through. Base hit to right field. Baerga digging for third, and he'll make it. But they throw out Bell at second, trying to make a single, a double. So there's 2 outs now. The man on third for Manny Ramirez. Ramirez is batting .259 with 5 home runs and 13 RBIs. Pitch. Ground ball through for a base hit. That's going to tie the ball game. So, RBI single for Manny Ramirez ties up the game at 1 here in the first inning. Jim Thome steps in. Thome's got 5 home runs in the postseason. Regular season, he had 16. Here he is against Billy Pierce. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that does it for the Indians in the first. But they tied the score on a couple of hits. So it's 1-1 now going to the second inning. Tom Haller, the catcher, will lead it off for the Giants against Dennis Martinez. Martinez threw 17 pitches in the first inning. The pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Vizquel over the first, and that is the first out. Jim Davenport, the third baseman. He's only batting .207 in the postseason with a home run. Pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to left field for Davenport. So man on first now, 1 out. And that'll bring up Jose Pagan, who is only batting .160 in the postseason, 75 at bats with only 12 hits. Pitch. Popped up. The catcher takes it for the second out. Chuck Hiller, the second baseman. He's only batting .184, 14 hits and 76 at bats in the postseason. Here is the pitch. Popped up. Shortstop takes it, and that'll end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. Score is still Giants 1, Cleveland Indians 1. I'm going to take a short break before we go to the bottom of the second. Okay, we're back. We're going to the bottom of the second here, tie game, 1-1. Leading off for the Indians, Brian Giles, a designated hitter. He is doing pretty good here in the postseason, batting .360, 31 hits and 86 at-bats. Billy Pierce looks in, and here is the pitch. And that is a ground ball, shortstop, Pagan over the first, and they get him. 1 out. Eddie Murray, the first baseman, 39-year-old Eddie Murray, bat .228, 21 hits and 92 at-bats in the playoffs. Regular season, he batted .252. Pitch. Fly ball, left field. Felipe Alou is there to take it for the second out. Okay. Sandy Alomar Jr., the catcher, only 17 hits in the postseason, 4 of them were home runs. Pitch. Fly ball going back to center fielder. It is off the wall for Sandy Alomar Jr. That's going to be an easy double. So, Sandy Alomar Jr. double with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Omar Vizquel. Vizquel, 18 hits in the postseason, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Here is the pitch. Ground ball. Pagan up with it over the first, and that is it. The Indians get no runs on 1 hit, so the score is still 1-1. Going to the top of the 3rd now. Top of the order for the Giants. Felipe Alou, Willie Mays, and Orlando Cepeda against Dennis Martinez. Martinez, 29 pitches in 2 innings. Here's Alou. And it's a walk. First walk issued by Martinez. Willie Mays steps up. No outs and a man on first. And there goes the runner, and he is in there with a stolen base. Felipe Alou steals second. That is Alou's 2nd stolen base in the postseason. Willie Mays now with a 0-1 count and a man on second. And he caught looking at strike 3 for the first out. That's rare for Willie Mays. Orlando Cepeda, red hot. 31 hits, 9 home runs in the postseason. 15 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's ground ball, and they get the runner at first. But Felipe Alou advances to 3rd base. So 2 outs and a man on 3rd for Willie McCovey. McCovey, 21 hits and 87 at-bats, 6 home runs. Here is Martinez. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to score Alou. And it makes the score 2-1. Here in the top of the 3rd, Harvey Keene steps in. Keene, 24 hits and 81 at-bats, 4 home runs and 16 RBIs in the playoffs. Pitch. Up the middle, base hit for Keene. So they keep it going. And McCovey's digging for 3rd. And the throw, and he's in there. Oh, they got him. They got Willie McCovey trying to take an extra base. So that ends the inning. But the Giants take the lead 2-1 here. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Kenny Lofton, the leadoff hitter, steps in. 32 hits and 96 at-bats, 3 home runs. Kenny Lofton. Had to hit his last time up. There is a ground ball, 2nd base, over the 1st. And that is it. Chuck Hiller to Orlando Cepeda. 1 out. Carlos Baega had a base hit his last time up. That it was his 26th hit of the postseason. The pitch. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 3 for Billy Pierce. That'll bring up Albert Bell. Albert Bell had a base hit his last time up, but tried to advance on the throw and was called out at second. So here he is, 1 for 1. And it's a walk to Albert Bell. He's on first with 2 outs. Manny Ramirez steps in. 22 hits and 82 at-bats. 5 home runs. The pitch. That's going to be a base hit into left field. Bell is going to stay in second as there's a bullet thrown by Felipe Alou, and he would have been out anyway. So now, 2 men on, 2 men out for Jim Thome. Thome, 22 hits, 6 of them home runs here in the playoffs. Pitch, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's probably going to score Albert Bell. Here he comes, and he's in there. And the score is tied 2-2. So, that'll bring up Brian Giles. Giles, 31 hits and 87 at-bats. Having a great postseason. In this game, 0 for 1. Fly ball way back. And caught by Felipe Alou. It looked like it was a lot farther than it was. So that'll end the inning. But the Indians come up with a run to tie the score 2-2 here in the third. Tom Haller, the catcher, leads off. He is 0 for 1. Ground ball, base hit, Tom Haller. Jim Davenport, 1 for 1, steps in. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out. That was Martinez's second strikeout. Jose Pagan steps in. Pitch, ground ball, third base. This could be, nope, only 1. That's the second out. Runner advances to second. But Tom Haller's on second. Chuck Hiller, the second baseman, is up. And it's a walk. So now 2 outs, 2 men on. For the top of the order, Felipe Alou. Felipe Alou is 0 for 1. Pitch, fly ball, center field, Kenny Lofton, under it, takes it, and ends the inning. So the score going to the bottom of the fourth is still 2-2 here in Game 5 of the World Series of the GLB Season 3. Eddie Murray's going to lead it off for the Indians. I'm going to speed play it to see if anybody actually gets the scoring positioning. So here we go. And Eddie Murray. Did he double? He must have doubled. Let's see. Game log. Double for Eddie Murray to lead off the inning. Sandy Alomar Jr. now. Nobody out. And Eddie Murray on second. Here is the pitch. And it's a walk. So, 2 men on, nobody out for Omar Vizquel. Bunt. Too hard. They take it, they get the runner at first, but the runners advance, and now you have 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. For the top of the order, Kenny Lofton. Lofton is 0 for 2. Pitch. Oh, line drive caught. Runners stay where they are. 2 outs now. Carlos Baerga, 1 for 2, steps in. 2 men on, second and third, and 2 outs. Ground ball taken by Pagan over the first, and that is the inning. So the Giants, the Indians get nothing and strand 2 runners. Score at the end of 4 is still 2-2. Willie Mays, who struck out his last time up, is up to lead it off the 5th. Dennis Martinez, after 4 innings pitched, has got 66 pitches. He's not in bad shape there. The pitch to Willie Mays. And called strike 3, and Willie Mays has struck out twice. Orlando Cepeda, red-hot hitting first baseman, is up. Pitch. Ground ball. Picked up by Omar Vizquel over to first, and that is the second out. Willie McCovey. Ground ball, slow roller. Can he get him? And yes, they do. And that ends the inning. So no hits, no runs, no errors. Score still at the end of 4.5. Still tied at 2. Game 5, the World Series. Albert Bell is going to lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Indians. Bell is 1 for 1. Leads the team with hits, 35 in the postseason, and 12 home runs. Very dangerous hitter. Pitch. Fly ball going back is the center fielder Willie Mays, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Manny Ramirez steps in. He's 2 for 2, Manny Ramirez. Ground ball, now he's 3 for 3. Base hit for Manny Ramirez. 1 out, 1 man on, Jim Thome. Thome's 1 for 2. Fly ball, Willie Mays is there, takes it, 2 outs. That's going to be it for Billy Pierce. I don't know how many pitches he had. Let's go look at the box score. Billy Pierce, 74 pitches. Gave up 8 hits, 2 runs, struck out 3, and walked 2. Bob Garibaldi is in relief of Billy Pierce. Garibaldi appeared in 39 games. He won 1, he lost 3, saved 4. 48 innings pitched, struck out 55, and had a 4.28 ERA. He's got 9 innings of work in the playoffs. Here he is against Brian Giles with a man on first and 2 out. Pitch. Popped up. Second baseman Chuck Hiller is there. And that is the 3rd out. And that ends the inning. So the score remains unchanged. Tied at 2 between the Giants and the Indians here in Game 5 of the World Series. Season 3 of the GLB. We are going to be right back and come back in a minute. Okay, we are back. We're at the top of the 6th. Harvey Keene is going to lead it off. We're going to let him hit. Dennis Martinez sitting at 78 pitches after 5 innings. The pitch. Line drive. Caught by Carlos Baer. It's second base for the 1st out. Now I'm going to speed play it, see if anybody gets on. And nothing across in the 6th. Score is still 2-2. Bottom of the 6th. Bob Garibaldi on the mound. He pitched the last inning for the last out. He's going to face Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray doubled his last time up. We're going to speed play this. And, oh, Eddie Murray must have homed it. Let's see. Let's see who hit a home run. We missed it. Omar Vizquel hit a home run. Wow. Okay. Can we do the replay? Let's see. No. No replay for that. Okay, 2 outs. Kenny Lofton is up. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to Kenny Lofton. 2-out single. Now bring up Carlos Baerga. The Indians now lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch. There goes the runner, and he's going to be out. And that's it. So Lofton, caught stealing, ends the inning. But on the home run by Omar Vizquel, the Indians take a 3-2 lead here at the end of 6 innings. Pitching change for the Indians. They take out Dennis Martinez. They put in Eric Plunk. Martinez went 6 innings, 84 pitches, 5 hits, gave up 2 runs, struck out 3 and walked 2. So not a terrible outing. Eric Plunk in the regular season saved 4 games and 40 appearances, won 6, lost 2. Got 75 strikeouts in 49 innings. In the playoffs, he's got 15 strikeouts in 8 1/3 innings worked in the playoffs. But he has lost both games that he's been in. So, here he is against John Orsino, pinch hitting. Orsino is pinch hitting for, who's he pinch hitting for? Let's go look. Oh, Jose Pagan. Orsino in the regular season batted .262 with 3 home runs. So here we go. Top of the 7th. Pitch from Plunk. And it's a fly ball, line drive, taken by Kenny Lofton for the first out. Chuck Hiller. Let's do a speed play and nothing across. So we go to the bottom of 7th. Still a 3-2 score. Bob Garibaldi is going to be pitching to Carlos Baerga, who's 1 for 3. And here we go, bottom of the 7th. Ground ball taken by the shortstop over the first. And that is the first out. Who's that shortstop now? Shortstop is Cat Peterson, taking over for Jose Pagan. Peterson has got a rating of 40 out of 80 on defense. So that might be an issue. Albert Bell steps in. Bell, 1 for 2. There's the pitch from Garibaldi. Fly ball, line drive, base hit to Albert Bell. So, Bell on first with 1 out. From Manny Ramirez. Manny Ramirez, 3 for 3 with an RBI here today. Pitch. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. 4 for 4 is Manny Ramirez. And here comes Albert Bell, digging for third, and he is in there. And Ramirez goes to second on the throw. So it's 1 out. Runners on second and third, and Jim Tomei steps in for the Indians. Tomei is 1 for 3. Garibaldi is still in there. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a big strikeout for Garibaldi. So 2 outs now. Infield goes back. They were in for that at that. And Brian Giles back 348 playoffs. Garibaldi looks in. Pitch. Fly ball. Way back. And it's gone. A home run. 3-run home run for Brian Giles. On 2 out. And the Indians now take a 6-2 lead here in Game 5 of the World Series. Wow. That'll do it for Bob Garibaldi. Gaylord Perry's going to come in. Perry, regular season, 20 games, lost 6 and won 4, 5.20 ERA. Gaylord Perry at this point in his career is 23 years old. He's facing the veteran Eddie Murray. 2 outs, nobody on. Score is 6-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Popped up, shortstop, third baseman Davenport takes it, and that ends the inning. But the Indians score 3 runs on the home run by Brian Giles and take the lead 6-2 here going into the top of the 8th. Willie Mays is going to lead it off against Eric Plunk. Willie Mays, 0 for 3, struck out twice. Pitch. Ground ball, shortstop, over to first. And that's the first out. Orlando Cepeda, 1 for 3. The pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to left field for Orlando Cepeda. Giants trying to get something going here. Willie McCovey, the DH, 1 for 3. Oh, this could be 2. And it is 2, a double play. So 2 outs now. Oh, they didn't get the double play. Willie McCovey beat the throw out. I'm sorry. Sometimes the graphics are a little hard to follow here. So, 2 outs. Harvey Keene is up. Willie McCovey on first. Top of the 8th. 6-2 score in favor of the Indians. Here's Eric Plunk to face Harvey Keene. Pitch. Base hit. And he's running. He's gonna low throw from left field, so the run scores. Willie McCovey scores from first on the double by Keene. So now the score is 6-3. 2 outs. Tom Haller, the catcher, is up. Haller's not doing well in the postseason. Only 14 hits, but in the regular season he batted .252. And he had 18 home runs. Here's the pitch from Plunk. There is a long drive, way back, and it's gone. So, with one swing of the bat, the Giants come within 1 run of the Indians here in Game 5. A 2-run home run for Tom Haller, who's struggling at the plate in the playoffs. So 2 outs now in the top of the 8th, and it's 6-5 here in Game 5 of the World Series. That's going to be it for Eric Plunk. Eric Plunk did not come through. They put in Dennis Cook now to stop the Giants from scoring any more runs. Cook, regular season, 39 appearances, won 4 games, lost 3, didn't save any. In the postseason, he's got a 2.61 ERA, and he won 2 games. So they're going to put their hopes on Dennis Cook here in the top of the 8th. Here is Davenport. Ground ball, second base, Baerga over the first, and that will do it. But the Indians score 3 runs on 3 hits, leave nobody on base, and come within 1 run of the Indians here, 6-5. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Gaylord Perry's in there. He came on to get the last out after Brian Giles hit a 2-run home run to make the score 6-2. Excuse me. Sandy Alomar Jr., the catcher, 1 for 2. And that's a base hit to center field. So I'm sure the Indians would love to get an insurance run or 2 here to go into the top of the 9th. And Omar Vizquel, who hit a home run his last time up, is up. The pitch, bunt attempt and missed. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Way back. And that's another home run for Omar Vizquel. That's his 2nd home run of the game. And makes the score 8-5 now. Cleveland over San Francisco. Wow. The number 9 hitter coming through here. Nobody out. Gaylord Perry's going to face Kenny Lofton. I'm going to speed play this. Okay, we have him running on second with 2 outs for Manny Ramirez now. And here we are. Ramirez, strike 3, swinging. That does it. But the Indians get another 2 runs on the 2nd home run of the game for Omar Vizquel, and going into the top of the 9th, they lead 8-5. Okay, this is Cat Peterson. This is his first at-bat of the playoffs. Pitch from Dennis Cook. And there's a fly ball way back. And it's gone. Cat Peterson, in his first appearance at the plate, smacks a home run and makes the score 8-6 here in the top of the 9th of Game 5 of the World Series. Chuck Hiller is up. Pitch. Fly ball way back. And it's back-to-back home runs for the Giants. And now they're back in it with nobody out and only 1 run behind. The 2 most unlikely players in the lineup hit back-to-back home runs. Cat Peterson was his first at-bat. And Chuck Hiller, batting 190 in the playoffs. Both hit home runs off the Dennis Cook. What a game. What a game. Okay, here's Felipe Alou is the leadoff hitter. Nobody out. The pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop. Vizquel over the first. 1 out. The Indians have to get 2 more outs to force Game 6. Willie Mays. Willie Mays is 0 for 4 and has struck out 3 times. Here is the pitch from Cook. Ground ball, third base, over to first, and that's the second out. So, the Giants, down 1 run, put their hopes on their star player, Orlando Cepeda, the first baseman. Can Cook close it out? The pitch. Fly ball, way back. And that is out of here. And it ties the game at 8. Orlando Cepeda, a clutch home run here in the top of the 9th. 3 home runs for the Giants to tie the score 8-8. Wow. That's going to be it for Dennis Cook. 3 home runs in the top of the 9th. John Farrell is going to come in. Farrell in the regular season pitched 32 games in relief. He won 5, he lost 2, and had a 4.78 ERA. In the postseason, he has 6 innings of work in. He's given up 9 hits, 2 runs, and he has an ERA of 3. Willie McCovey, another hitter who can actually knock it out, is up, the DH. Here it is. Ground ball, this should do it. Second base by Arga over to first, and that is the inning. But the Giants scratched their way back to tie the game in the top of the 9th with 3 home runs. And the score going into the bottom of the 9th here is 8-8. Game 5 of the World Series. Jim Thome is going to step in against Stu Miller. Stu Miller trying to hold him. He is their closer. He had 30 saves in the 100-game season. And 18 innings of work, a 2.89 ERA. He's won 2 games and lost 2 games. Jim Thome steps in. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brian Giles had a 2-run home run his last time up. Steps in against Miller. The pitch. And it's a fly ball to center field. Willie Mays takes it second out. Eddie Murray, 1 for 4. Steps in. And that is going to be a fly ball. Felipe Alou is there. And that does it. So we're going to extra innings here in Game 5 with the score 8-8. I'm going to take a quick break before we go to the 10th. Okay, we're back. We're going to the 10th inning here in Jacobs Field. Scores tied 8-8. Giants are going to send up Harvey Keene, Tom Haller, and Jim Davenport to lead off top of the 10th against John Farrell. Here's Keene. Pitch, ground ball. Third baseman picks it up over the first, 1 out. Tom Haller had a home run last time up. Steps in. He's 2 for 4. Pitch, ground ball. First baseman Eddie Murray takes himself 2 outs. Jim Davenport, 1 for 4. And it's a walk. And that's going to bring up Cat Peterson. Cat Peterson has only had 2 at-bats. Last time up, he smashed a home run to left field. One of the 3 home runs that the Giants had in the 9th. Here he is with a man on first and 2 outs. That is a fly ball. Albert Bell is there, puts it away, and that'll end the inning. So at the end of the top of the 10th, the score is still 8-8. Now, the Indians are going to send up a pinch hitter, Jeremy Burnitz. He's going to go in there and bat for Sandy Alomar Jr. Burnitz has only had 3 at-bats in the postseason with no hits. In the regular season, he batted .309 with 68 at-bats, 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. So, here is the pitch to Burnitz. Ground ball. Oh, diving stab by the second baseman, and they get that out. That was Chuck Miller. Great play by Chuck Miller. Okay. Omar Vizquel, the unsung hero for the Indians today. A pair of home runs today. Amazing. A lot of unsung heroes in this game. Stu Miller looks in. The pitch. Ground ball. First baseman takes it over to Stu Miller, covering. That's the second out. Kenny Lofton. He's 1 for 5. Steps in against Miller. Pitch. And as a pop fly, Cat Peterson is there, puts it away. And that ends the 10th inning. Score is still 8-8 here in Game 5 of the World Series. If the Giants win, they win it all. If the Indians win, they force a Game 6 in San Francisco. Chuck Hiller, who homered in the 9th inning, is up against John Farrell. Pitch. There is a fly ball going back is Bell. He's got it on the run. And that's the first out. So we go to the top of the order, Felipe Alou. Felipe Alou is 0 for 4. Now he drops under 200 in the playoffs. Only 19 hits and 96 at-bats. The pitch. And there's a base hit into left field for Felipe Alou. So man on with 1 out for Willie Mays. Willie Mays, 0 for 5. Struck out 3 times. The pitch. Strike 3, and he strikes out a 4th time. 2 outs. Orlando Cepeda tied the game in the 9th inning with a home run. Here he is, with a man off first and 2 outs. Pitch. Fly ball, center field, and there is Kenny Lofton for the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 11th. Carlos Baerga leads off, 1 for 5 against Stu Miller. Stu Miller, in 2 innings, he's got 19 pitches. The pitch, ground ball, first baseman Cepeda takes it himself, 1 out. Albert Bell, the ever dangerous Albert Bell, 3 for 4 today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the 2nd out. Manny Ramirez is 4 for 5 today. The pitch from Miller. Strike through. No, it's a check swing walk. Held his swing. Jim Thome is up. Thome is 1 for 5. Man off first, 2 outs. Bottom of the 11th inning. Pitch. Another walk. There are 2 men on, and the winning run is at second base for the Indians. Brian Giles, 1 for 5, but that 1 hit was a home run. A base hit will win it. Stu Miller. Strike 3, and that'll do it for the Indians in the bottom of the 11th. So the score is still 8-8. We go to the 12th inning now. Willie McCovey leads off. Willie McCovey is 1 for 5 in the game. John Farrell still in there. 2 1/3 innings, got 36 pitches. Here he is. Pitch. Another walk. Harvey Keene, 2 for 5. Keene had a double in the 7th inning, in the 8th inning, off of Eric Plunk. Here he is. Nobody out, man off first. Tries to bunt, but misses it. Okay, another shot. Another, and misses it. So now, it's a 1-2 count on Keene. Pitch. Fly ball. Lofton is there, and there is the first out. Tom Haller, 2 for 5 with a home run. And that's going to be it for John Farrell. The Indians bring in Julian Tavares. Tavares, in the regular season, only pitched in 6 games. And in the playoffs, he's got 13 innings of work. He's actually pitched more innings in the playoffs than he has in the regular season. Has a 2.63 ERA. He is 22 years old. Let's take another look at Tavares. Tavares, velocity 88 to 90. Here he is. Tom Haller, man off first, 1 out. Pitch. Ground ball, second base. This could be 2 over the first. And it is a double play to end the inning. So, score is still tied at 8, going to the bottom of the 12th. Pitching change for the Giants. Bobby Bolin. Bolin, in the regular season, 34 appearances, won 4 games, lost 3, at a 3.81 ERA. A little bit higher in the postseason, 4.97. But I noticed he had 21 strikeouts in 12 innings pitched. So he's a strike. He's got plenty of strikeout material here. Take a look at his profile. He is an extreme fly ball pitcher, sidearm delivery, 89 to 91 miles an hour. Got a fastball and a great curveball. Let's see how he does. Eddie Murray steps in to lead it off. The pitch. And it's a fly ball left field. Felipe Alou is there for the first out. Pinch hitter. No, actually, they pinch hit. So Tony Pena Sr., 38-year-old catcher, is up. There's only a second at bat in the playoffs. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Omar Vizquel, one of the unsung heroes of the Giants today, the Indians, has got a pair of home runs. Here he is against Bobby Bolin. Pitch. Ground ball, first baseman over to the covering pitcher, and that ends the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 12th, and the score is still 8-8 here in Game 5. Okay, Jim Davenport is going to lead off against Julian Tavares. He'll be followed by Cat Peterson and Chuck Hiller. Pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Vizquel over the first, and that is the first out. Cat Peterson stepped in and homered. There's only his second at bat in the playoffs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, second base, Baerga over the first, and that is the second out. Chuck Hiller also has a home run in the ball game. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that does it. So, at the end of the top of the 13th, we're still tied at 8. Kenny Lofton going to lead off against Bobby Bolin. Lofton's 1 for 6. Pitch. Ground ball taken by Orlando Cepeda by himself, and it's the first out. Carlos Baerga, second baseman, 1 for 6. Pitch, ground ball, again, Cepeda takes it himself for the second out. And that'll bring up Albert Bell. Albert Bell is 3 for 5. He can end this game with 1 swing of the bat. Here he is against Bobby Bolin. And it's a walk to Bell. Manny Ramirez, 4 for 5 in this game. The pitch, and it gets away from the catcher, and there goes Bell, the second base. So with 2 outs, Albert Bell is the potential winning run with Manny Ramirez. Here's the pitch. And it's a walk. So now, first and second for Jim Thome. Thome, 1 for 5. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's it. So we're going to go to the 14th inning with the score tied 8-8 here in Game 5 of the World Series. I'm going to take a short break before we continue this very long game. Okay, we're back. Put the hat on. We're going to the top of the 14th inning here in Jacobs Field. Game 5 of the World Series, Season 3 of the GLB. Tied at 8. If the Giants win, they win the World Series. If the Indians win, they force a Game 6 back in San Francisco. Giants have the top of the order up against Julian Tavares here at the top of the 14th. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, base hit for Felipe Alou. Willie Mays. Willie Mays has struck out 4 times out of 6 at-bats today. Not having a good day at all. Regular season, 262 batting average with 32 home runs. The pitch. And it's a base hit finally for Willie Mays. And Alou's going to stay at second. So, potential go-ahead run is at second with nobody out and Orlando Cepeda stepping up. Cepeda has a home run in this game, one of his 3 hits, and he is been the best hitter for the Giants in the postseason. Here is the pitch. Ground ball, third base, over to second for 1 over the first double play. But Felipe Alou is on third now. So the go-ahead run is at third with 2 outs and Willie McCovey. McCovey is 1 for 5 in the ballgame. McCovey, 6 home runs in the playoffs, but he had 36 home runs in the regular season. Here's the pitch. Oh, they intentionally walked. A wise decision. Wise decision. Now I'll bring up Harvey Keene. Harvey Keene only has 4 home runs in the postseason, and he only had 6. But a base hit will put them ahead, and he's got 2 hits today. So here we go. Pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Oh, it's dropped. An error by Omar Vizquel causes the run to score from third, and now the Giants have a 9-8 lead. That was a huge error. That could cost them the season. So now 2 outs, 2 men on, and Tom Haller, the catcher, is on. And that's strike 3. That's it. But the Giants score a run on the error by Omar Vizquel. Who was the error on? Let's make sure. The error, I want to just make sure I'm calling this right. Yes, the error was on Omar Vizquel. Anyway, so the Giants put in Dick LeMay, a 23-year-old left-hander. He had in 29 games, pitched 50 innings, struck out 41, and had a 3.78 ERA. In the playoffs, he's got 7 1/3 innings in, struck out 6. So they're hoping that they can put this away with this young left-hander. And he's going to face Brian Giles, Eddie Murray, and Tony Pena Sr. here in the bottom of the 14th. Here we go. Pitch. Swinging him in strike 3. 1 out. Here comes Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray is 1 for 6. The pitch from LeMay. Fly ball, Right field, Harvey Keene is there, and that's the second out. So now the Giants are 1 out away from winning the World Series. Here in the bottom of the 14th inning, Tony Pena Sr. is up for the Indians. LeMay looks in, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the ball game. And that is the series. So the 1962 San Francisco Giants win it here 9-8 in the 14-inning game and win the World Series of Season 3. Amazing game, amazing finish. Congratulations to the Season 3 World Champion 1962 San Francisco Giants. Wow. That was great. I gotta say, that was some way to end the World Series. 14-inning game. Those Indians just did not want to give up, and they came very close. They actually blew it in the 14th inning with that error by Omar Vizquel, who had 2 home runs in the game and was an unsung hero for the Indians. So amazing, amazing. So that is it for Season 3. This was great. I had fun really calling these games and watching this season. And we have Season 4 set up. We have some changes we made, so we will be back on the next video to introduce to you Season 4 of the GLB. But until then, I hope you have a good rest of your day. And thanks for watching.